Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are tuning in from. This is BS Buddies Podcast. I'm your host, Joe. That's your host, Ian. And today, you should push the button on the subscribe because we're going to play Push the Button. If you've never heard of it, it's an older Flash game where it'll say, like, you will win $1 million. But you have to give it to your worst enemy or something. And pushing the button means, yeah, you'll do it. And not pushing the button means, not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. So you get to listen to as much BS Buddies podcast as you want, but you have to hit the subscribe button to get it. Some of these will probably be
free.
good. Some of these, it's free. You don't, literally nothing, costs not a thing. Some of these are probably going to suck. Some of them are probably going to be awesome. We'll find out along the way because I haven't done this in a long time. Well, the first one was kind of blah, and it reloaded, so it skipped past it. But it was like you become the most beautiful person in like the world, and everyone loves you, but you can only smile, meaning you lose all other facial expression. And I'm gonna say I would not press that button.
No.
My grandma said I'm a handsome young man. That's all I need in this world. I don't need nothing else.
But what's the real first one we're doing?
Well, the real first one is you have an unlimited supply of money. Congratulations, you're going to crash the economy around the entire world. But you have to donate $10 billion a year to nuclear weapons development that could destroy the world. Now, okay, do I get to like pick and choose who gets the money? Because if so, like you just take 10 billion and then like divide it equally amongst every nation on planet Earth, and then everybody only gets a little dribble.
Okay. What I would do, I would push the button, but I would just use like 15 billion for the anti-nuclear weapons cause.
We're anti-nuclear. You guys get 15 billion. Oh my
Just
god.
counteract it.
I'm pretty sure the economy would crash way quicker than any nuclear weapons could ever get developed in time to destroy the world. It'd be an economic ruin. All right, so you'd press the button, Joe?
I would press the button because I'd find a way to ruin that.
52% of people agree with you. 45,013 people would press that button. That's disheartening.
If you have unlimited money, you can figure out a solution to anything. Even though you're donating money, you can donate it to something else to counteract it.
Yeah, to counteract, you can donate to a group of people to go stand outside the nuclear weapons development with signs that say "Boo, nuclear warheads" or something. I don't know. Well, this one makes no sense, but I love it just because it's hilarious. You live forever, you can't become famous, can't become rich, and can only live an average, boring life. But average lifespan, billionaire, famous for something great. So apparently you can't become rich or famous, but if you press the button, you become rich and famous.
You live
and you live forever.
Yeah, sure.
Is there no vetting process for these questions? You know what? I'm gonna say, yeah, I press that button. Only 43% of the people press the button.
Maybe the live forever thing.
Whoa, man. I mean, even if I didn't become rich and famous, I'd be happy with an average, semi-boring life. I can make a fun. I'm a billionaire. I can do whatever I want.
You wouldn't be rich or famous, but you'd get a lot of money and be famous for something.
You'd be known. There's a difference between being famous and being infamous. You'd be infamous. I'm Batman. Let's see. Oh my god, this one's just terrible. We're gonna skip this one. Next. World peace, but a quarter of the world population dies. Are we talking like Thanos levels, like and they get dusted, or
are we talking I just want to make sure it's not like a quarter of the population, but it's from one area. Like it's not like a genocide of a people for world peace, right? Because that
In other
sounds
news,
like that sounds like 1930s, 1940s Germany, and I don't want to click the button if it's that.
it just says 1/4 of the world population. I'm guessing it'd be at random, but that'd be insane. You just click the button. And in other news today, it appears that all of Southeast Asia has simply vanished from the world.
That's what I'm
We
worried
talk.
about.
You talk about you press the button and all of a sudden like a 747 just out of the sky like
It's
oh.
those nuclear warheads that we paid money for.
You know what? Yeah. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. I'd press that button.
Okay.
Let's press the button. Let's see what that gets. World peace. 65% of people press the
That's way
button.
too many. So hold
Okay,
on.
look.
For the last one, we lived forever. We lived a normal life, can't be rich, but ended up being rich and known. 43% said, yeah, I'd do that. When it comes to eliminating a quarter of the world's population, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, go for it, man. Just take it down. Look, you can justify it by saying that if we take out roughly, what would that be, like 2, 3 billion people?
It'd
If we take
be
out
two,
if we take
I
out like
think.
roughly 2.5 billion people right now, no wars ever for the rest of humanity.
But there's a chance like your whole family could be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't hear my Lord Farquaad speech 20 seconds ago? All right, what do we got next? You can transform into anything you can imagine, real or fictional, but you go through excruciating pain every time you transform. Okay, how quick is this transformation? Because like if I can just be like boom and I turn into a chair, like and then a chair. But like you know,
I thought you
if
were
I
gonna
gotta
say
like
like a plane.
snap my arms backward, eh, there's one leg, there's the other leg. Oh, there's my back. Okay, then yeah, then we're not talking. Then
Um,
somebody in the comments said transform into a skinwalker. Boom. Someone said transform into a painkiller. Oh man. Well,
would you be in pain the whole time as well?
no, just when you transform, it says. Every time you transform, you're in excruciating pain. So I'm guessing just for the process of transformation, which is why I think it's so important to know how long the transformation process takes. Because if it's instantaneous, it might be worth it. Because I mean, you could impersonate literally anybody. Literally anybody.
I'm guessing you're gonna go with yes. I'm more on the no side.
I'd say, take it because you don't necessarily have to transform. You just have the ability to. You could always just pop like 3 or 4 Tylenol right before you do it too, and like that'll work
You
out the
you
kinks
know
in between.
I'm thinking about it more, and I would. You would never need surgery. You just transform part of your body to something else.
Transform into somebody with good
Go
knees.
transform like your broken hip into like steel hip.
Yeah, you really could. Oh, dude, I'd screw with doctors so bad. Oh, doc. Oh, my hips are killing me. Please, can you do an X-ray? And then they scan it. Oh my God, your hips are like broken. Your femur is fractured. We need to do replacement surgery right away. Hang on, doc. I got this. Okay, I feel a whole lot better. And then they scan it again. What just happened? In my 32 years as a medical professional, I've never seen this before. And just like, and then disappear. Never
What?
talk to them again. Give
Why
them
is his
nightmares.
hip an apple?
There's got to be something wrong with the CT scan. Hang on, doc, check out my brain. He scans it. It's a cat inside your skull. What happened? 76% of people would press that button. We were in the majority.
I as soon as I thought of it on like a practical side, it's like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. No medical bills. Just fix yourself through transformation.
Oh, this is a good one. You can look into the future, but every time you do, you lose a memory that you cherish. Oh, that's a toughie. That's a toughie.
Part of me would be afraid that I would wait, it didn't say like forget someone, just forget a memory.
You lose a memory that you cherish. So I mean, theoretically, you could like maybe put together yourself a nice scrapbook of all the good times you've had in your life and go with it,
But then you wouldn't remember it anyway.
but then you
I
wouldn't remember it.
Part of me wants to press the button because like talking to my parents, like they've known each other their whole lives. And there's some stuff like my mom will say that they did together and like love reminiscing, and my dad will have no clue what she's talking about. If it's like that, I'd press the button. But it's like, oh, that's probably what's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, I'll probably end up forgetting anyway. Yes, you know what? I don't think I could do it. I like a little bit of surprise in my life, and I don't want to lose the fun memories that I have.
Yeah, and then if you do, then you're gonna be constantly worried about like if your future is gonna line up with what you saw.
Yeah, yeah, really. That's because that's the other question is did what I see occur because I didn't try to change the future? Because I did try to change the future. These are the philosophical questions that we're
I
asking. I bet you didn't think you signed up for a thinking podcast today, did you?
I already struggle with stuff like that. Granted, I can't change the future, but like just what I've either doing or what I've done in the past, it's like how is this gonna affect the future? Yeah, let's not press it. I got enough anxiety as it is.
70% of the people did not press the button. That's good. Good. 30% of you are a little slow on the uptake, but the rest of us are doing all right. All right, let's see here. Press the button and gain the ability to hop through fictions and control your character. How strong slash effective you are in the reality. But you can only leave after a season's worth of time. I think it's supposed to be like season like change of the season, so like fall, so like 3 months,
Did
three,
it
four
say
months ish roughly.
fictional character though? So would it be like a TV show?
Yeah, well, say just hop through fiction. So I'm guessing whether you've got like a book, TV show, a movie, you
Okay.
just like go
Yeah,
into that
we'll read it like
universe.
that. That makes sense.
And then you can control your character, like how strong and effective they are. But once you're there, then you have to stay there for like, so like throughout the summer or throughout the fall or throughout the winter. So roughly
What
3 months worth of time.
what if you're not immortal in this story?
Then I guess you better be really careful and pick something
What if
safe
I
to go into.
what if I accidentally go into a Warhammer book? Like that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm never going to see another
Accidentally?
season again.
How do you accident? I feel like there's got to be a lengthy process involved in trying to, oops, Warhammer, and sucked down and you went, and then
It's like you're just trying to read the book and like someone says something and you just happen to say a phrase that just pulls you in.
was watching Saving Private Ryan, and I said the magic words, and I found myself on Omaha Beach, and just I would press that button though. I'd press that button. I feel that's reasonable. That's reasonable. I got some cool places that I'd love to visit, characters that I'd love to meet.
I'm undecided.
72 72% of people pressed the button, while 28% did not. Hmm. All right. This one, the punishment makes no sense. You can relive all of your nostalgic experiences the very same way they were as many times as you want, but you lose your house and become homeless for the rest of your life. Can I get this button again when I'm like 80? because I could deal with that. That'd be terrible.
That that's that's great. Like a lot of these are like
You press
it
the
would
button, lose
almost be
your
like
house, and
natural consequences, give or take. This is like you can go back and revisit all your memories. And instead of like losing memories, it's like you lose your house.
you don't get to make any new ones. You don't, you don't get to have any more fun ever.
Considering I just bought a house, I will not press the button because I worked hard to
Someone
get here.
said, someone said I get back to a nostalgic moment in my house. Press the button and then I relive my memories in my house. I'm just stuck in the loop for the rest of time. Oh God, I don't think I'd press that button. I love some of
No,
those memories and I'd love to re-experience them, but I don't want to lose my house. Yeah, only 20% of people pressed the button. 80% of people did not.
80% of the people were smart.
I love philosophical questions that just pose you with like physical consequences. Huh,
What do
cure
we got?
cancer, but the government breaks down your door and kills you. Oh
So,
my God.
here's my big question on this. Is it just all cancer? Or is it just one?
Apparently it's all of them. Just it just says cure cancer. It just you cure cancer, but the government breaks down your door and kills you.
I'm gonna steal Ian's remark from the last one. Can I get this button when I'm 80?
There's no guarantee that your cure even makes it out into the world. Just like the second you got like two chemical beakers together and you just like freaking huh, I did it! It worked! The door kicks in and they just immediately light you up. It was ruled a suicide. He has 47 gunshot wounds. I know. It was an elaborate Rube Goldberg machine. Like marble fell onto a little weighted scale that tipped over a line of dominoes and fell onto the trigger of an M60 and down he went. Who knew? We may never know his motivations.
That's such a government thing to do. I don't want to push the button.
61% of people did not press the button.
Like,
39% of people did. We salute your sacrifice.
I, I would like to think I would, but one, if the government is coming to gun me down, I don't trust the government to actually cure it.
They won't.
Uh,
Oh man.
let's get one more good one.
Uh, that one sucks. You get any coffee drink of your choice every morning, but you're always tired and nothing else. Then what's the point?
I don't drink coffee and I get my energy elsewhere.
Yeah. Uh, what? Mm,
Nah,
I'm trying to decide. Some of these are harsh.
I'm
Whenever you touch someone, they fall in love with you, but you can only use this power one time in a lifetime, once in a lifetime, and it only lasts for a year.
can you decide? Or is it just the first person you touch?
The first person you touch, you click the button, you didn't read it properly. Like, yeah, bro, dap me up. Hey, bro, looking good today. Oh no, just immediately.
Because
I
when
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. All real life Chuck and Larry.
when you started reading that, I was just thinking like baseball is starting soon. I don't know these guys, and I don't want them falling in love with me that way. But I mean, if I wake up and I get the ability, it's like, Debbie, high five me quick, please.
Ta-da! And it says it only lasts for 1 year. Now, does that mean when the year is up, they're gonna like hate your guts,
Will
or
they
is it more like
hate you
a
for a year?
can you can I like work at it to like keep him around once things have ended?
Let's do one more. We got time for another one.
Yeah, hit one in there. I would not press that button because that just doesn't seem like it works very
Nah.
well. Ah, that one sucks. Come on, give me the next one. You gain the ability to teleport anywhere in the world instantly and error-free. Every time you use the power, your life expectancy is lowered by 1 week, 7 days.
Oh.
That's this is a good one. This is
So,
a good one.
thing is, if I could take someone with me, I would press the button. But for me, it wouldn't be worth it. Because, yeah, I could go see all the sites that I want to, but I'd rather see it with my family. So for me, it's not as worth it.
Well, here's the thing, is you don't necessarily have to use it. And I would take it simply on the sole chance that there's sometimes in your life it might be worth having the ability to just anywhere and shave it. Like, let's say, you're with your wife and you're starting a family and she's pregnant, goes into labor, and you're like, off halfway around the world. You're like, hang on, boys, I'll be right back. Boom, I'm in the hospital. Let's do this, honey. Like, you're right there. Like, I'm thinking I'm going with the altruistic route with this. Okay, I'm positive thoughts, positive thoughts. And then you'd be right there. You'd be like, all right, sweetie, I'm gonna go back with the boys. Have fun. Boop, and you're gone. You're out of there before she can yell at you anymore for showing up out of the blue and scaring her.
I have one more thing to add to this. What if, when you teleport, you had less than a week? What happens? Do you
Family Guy
just
death
teleport
pose.
to heaven?
Family Guy death pose on the spot you were teleporting to. You just on the ground. What happened to him? That's a great question. He just popped out of thin air and crumpled to the ground. Either way, you won't know. You'll be gone. You'll just,
Oh,
for you, it'll seem like you teleport, and then all of a sudden, oh crap! I had less than a week to live, didn't I? I'd press that button, and 63% of people would press that button. Oh, look at there. That's a winner, baby. That's a winner. 37% out of how many thousands? 34,050 people is the 63%. 19,929 said they would not press that button. Doesn't say you have to use the teleporting. You just get the ability to. I mean, honestly, you know, there are other things out there that shave more off your life expectancy, and you've got free access to those. Might as well do teleporting and just live really healthy.
okay. I'm looking up quotes as we're doing this. There's a lot of interesting ones. I did like fear of the unknown, and some of them are like I don't feel any better. Um, this one's interesting. Where no hope is left no fear. Milton. Just Milton.
That's a very profound take. Where no hope is left no fear. I mean, I guess
Take it how you want.
if you're in a bad situation, you got no hope left. What have I got to lose? That's why Sun Tzu said, always give your enemy a route of escape. If he thinks he can make it out, then he won't want to fight. Here's one by Elbert Hubbard. An ounce of loyalty is worth a pound of cleverness.
Solid.
Yeah, whatever that means.
And with that, thank you for BSing with us today. Subscribe to become a bud today. push the subscribe button. It's free and there's no consequences whatsoever.
100% of people who watch this podcast press that button. Sources are unverified, but that's what I'm hearing through the wire in my ear right now.
But we'll see you next time when, yeah, maybe we'll bring back some new tech to the past again, like bringing a guillotine to France, but you know.
I don't think France needs any more of them. I think they had enough of them.
Oh, I meant to
But
wood
in the
chipper, but you know.
But in the meantime, we'll make sure France takes it easy now, and so should you.